Welcome back.
I don't wait. My hand's in your armpit. Welcome.
I'll start, seriously. Welcome back to the Not So PG podcast, where we are here to be not so PG, not so Peter Gianni, not so clean, I guess, but we're just going to be real with you guys, and we're going to talk about the stuff that nobody's talking about, whether it's, what you should be doing with your health, with your ex, with your life, whatever it is. I want you to turn this podcast on, listen for a long car ride, or just hanging out with your friends, or just because you want to hang out with us because we're so freaking cool. But anyways, we're going to get right into it. Gianni, how are you on this fine evening?
I'm good. I'm doing all right.
Feeling great. How are you feeling about our new podcast setup and our new studio?
Loving it. It's pretty crazy.
For my first question, Gianni, I want to know what you think, because it's a very, it's a big discussion that I think people are on the fence about, 50-50. People might not even know they're on the fence about it, but what do you think about hookup culture today? What do you think about just going out and doing it?
I don't know. I think it's not bad. I think it can be bad in certain instances. I think it's not bad. I think LA hookup culture is kind of weird.
Well, what's the difference between LA hookup culture and other hookup culture?
Like, New York is more just like, you kind of go out, you have fun. If you hook up, but it's like more like accepted, I feel, almost, as like, you could kind of just go out, make out with somebody, go home, call it a night.
No.
That's how I always look at it.
When I say
LA, everyone's in like a relationship, I feel, and it's like weird. Like, you never see anyone making out here, I feel.
No, that's not what I'm talking about hookup culture.
What do you mean by that?
When I say hookup culture, I mean like the culture in which it's a culture of going out and sleeping with new people constantly. That's what I mean by hookup culture.
I think, I don't know. I feel like that at a point, you just get bored of that.
Well,
I feel like at a point you'd have to.
It's not even in terms of getting bored. For me, I feel like, and I know it sounds corny, especially coming from a guy, but like hookup culture for me is just, I feel like it's an energy exchange that you never get anything out of. I feel like it always ends up being just, but filled with regret. Like, for the most part, I think that a hookup can be a beautiful thing, a random hookup. Like, you might end up being with someone that you have this strong connection with, and it might end up being super great. But I think 9 times out of 10, if you do a random hookup, and you might not even be admitting it to yourself, but you end up regretting it. You end up exchanging this energy with this person that you don't even know their last name, doing this extremely intimate thing, and just like throwing it out there with them. And I don't know. I feel like it's hard for me not to continuously have done that and not got to a point where I'm like, this is not fulfilling. And I personally don't know. Again, all power to you if you're happy doing it, like, do your thing. But I don't know how people don't get to that same conclusion of like, this doesn't make me very happy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think for a lot of guys, I think they're so told, like brought up thinking like, oh yeah, you're supposed to want to sleep with all these girls, and like these feelings of testosterone that come on at a young age, that they think that they're supposed to want to just keep sleeping with women. But even now I'm seeing that, like, especially in LA, it's switching that the girls are the ones coming at the guys.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
yeah.
it's kind of the opposite now, especially out here, which is also very different.
100%.
Like, hookup culture in LA to New York, I feel like the women are on the prowl for, like, the hot guys.
No, they are, yeah, 100%. LA's very different.
It's so
New York, a woman will never approach you. In my experiences, I've never had a woman come up to me in like a club scene or like a bar scene.
It's occasional, it could happen, but I think
it could happen, but usually they're just trying to look for a
That's
drink.
what I noticed. I think women in LA, they approach, it's like they're more masculinized out here, and the men are a little feminized, where the men will be approached by the women. And I think that's a pretty crazy thing. I think that's pretty wild.
Very different.
Do you think that's, what? Who approached me? Someone approached me?
Someone approached us, remember, at Tao? We had a full table of girls approach us.
Yeah.
Way back.
It doesn't happen in New York. It's really
crazy.
That's
it's very unheard of in New York. Very unheard of. Have you ever tried to suck your own pickle?
Obviously.
Thank you. That's what I said.
How dare you ask me something?
That's what
obvious.
I said.
Yeah, everyone's tried. But now, do you think, let me ask the ladies. Ladies, have you ever tried to eat your own vagina?
That's just more like hard.
Is it harder? Because women are more flexible, so maybe.
Yeah, but that, you gotta get, like, at least we got like some distance.
We have a little, like,
you know what
distance.
I mean? Like, we get a little bit of a shortcut.
Because we have about, like, what is that, like a fucking 2?
We got at least like
feet?
2 feet. Like
2 feet, and
so
then
like,
depending on the size of your thing, you got like a 1.5 feet.
Yeah.
Right? I've been close.
I've gotten close. I haven't tried. Okay, how about this? When was the last time you tried?
It's been years. You know,
I
I
don't
feel
believe
like
you.
You try that when you're like what, like 12? And you're like, can I fucking do this?
I'm trying to think what.
Like, can I do this? Does this happen?
And then the feeling of despair after the fact, and you're just like, what the fuck did I just do?
You know you're too deep down the rabbit hole when you're looking up videos of guys that have figured it out.
We can go do it. We just have to get a rib removed.
I don't have the need to want to do that. I don't think now, if I had the ability to do it, I wouldn't. I don't think I want to do that. But
I don't know. I don't know. I feel like
you would do it.
I feel like if I could do it, I feel like I would.
I mean,
why wouldn't you?
What's wrong with it? I mean,
why wouldn't you? It's yours. It's your dick. Yeah.
All the time.
That's what I'm saying.
So why not give yourself a little blowy?
Have you ever smelled or tasted your own cum?
Every day.
Or tasted my own cum.
Yeah, no. Smelt?
There's guys that are into that.
Smelt?
Bro, there was a famous, oh my God.
What, I'm just gonna like.
Wait, there was a famous TikToker. I don't want to mention his name, but this was like huge back then, and this was when he was a lot bigger. There was a video that came out of a girl recording him on FaceTime with her, and he was shoving a pencil up his butt, comes on his stomach, takes it, and then eats it. But now here's the problem with it. Bro, super like popular TikToker. Bro, but here's the issue with that.
I know who you're talking about.
It's one thing if you're into that, but to like do it for a girl? Like, do you think he was also
It was on, no, it was on FaceTime. It wasn't a video. Yeah, she screen recorded it.
It wasn't like she was doing it too.
Yeah, the FaceTime call was black. She wasn't even like, he was just doing it to nothing, which was crazy.
So like he must have had a bunch of kinks. But this is my thing about kinks, right? My thing about kinks is like, don't try them because you're opening a door that you can't close. That's like Joe Rogan has said that, and I'm like, that's so true. Like you're opening a door that if you like it, now you can't close it because now you move on to the next person, and now you're like, hey, can you shove pencils up my ass? And they're like, what the hell are you even talking about? Like what? But the reason the reason that he mentioned it is because he was with a girl that was like choke me, and he was like, okay, and she was like strangle me, and he's like, oh my God, no, and he's like, because now what the if I like it?
Yeah,
now I'm over here strangling.
Now you're
like,
now you're over here strangling women. Yeah, it's
that's
terrible.
A door that once you open it, you might not be able to close.
Yeah,
so that's
terrible.
my thing with kinks. I had like the craziest kink that I've ever been asked to do is knife play, and she's like, oh, you've never heard of it? And I'm like,
knife play?
No, I've never heard of knife play. And it's essentially, and she's like, well, it's not as crazy as it sounds.
Just dragging it across.
It's you take a knife and like in the foreplay leading up to sex, you take it and like you're laying down like rubbing it across.
How the do you get into that?
Because it's like the scaredness of like this person can murder me right now.
But how do you get into
like
that?
Exactly.
Who's in there like knife?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like no, I wouldn't do that. That's terrible.
This girl's ex tried it with her. She ended up being like, oh, this is hot, and then is like now asking people that she hooks up with, aka me. And I was like, I'll tell you what we're not gonna do. I started sleeping with you a month ago. We're not gonna bring a knife into the bedroom. How about ropes? Mention a rope. Mention handcuffs.
Yeah, knife is crazy.
I just met you. Like that.
Yeah, no, that's absurd.
What are we talking about? But like, there's also this huge culture of like wanting, like accepting these kinks and like, yeah, bring it on to the bedroom. It's like, no. I like being vanilla as to an extent. But obviously as a guy, like it's easier for me to get off. Like I don't need to be extravagant. My kink.
Oh, I was going to ask him.
Oh, I'm so vanilla, guys. Like I know like some of you, like I know like on OnlyFans, like you might think of me like doing this crazy. I am vanilla in the beginning, and what I like to do is throughout the relationship to keep that like energy going is I'll start bringing kinks in rather than just starting off full on.
Yeah, but what is your kink?
My main kink
like what
is,
gets you?
And I don't even know if this is considered a kink, but my main kink is mirrors. Like I like having a mirror in the bedroom because there's angles that I can't see. Yeah. So if I'm hitting it from the back and I'm seeing this perfect back shot, and then I look to the mirror to my right and I'm seeing the side version of this back shot, now we got a thing going, right? That's my thing. I like seeing the angles. My perfect sex dungeon is a mirror room. Just mirrors everywhere. I'm like, oh my God, all the angles. That's my thing.
That's a boring ass kink.
Well, you.
That's boring as
It's amazing for me.
It's very boring.
But here's the thing. I don't have to compensate for anything. I think that I'm good enough.
But I don't think kinks are for compensation. It's just like, you know, that's cool to add. Why not? Let's add
They're hot. No, I guess you're right. Like I've done it. I've done the ropes. I've done the handcuffs. Like, but again, I don't.
You heard it here first. If you like kinks, you're compensating. Yes. So Pete just said if you like kinks, you're compensating. I just need you all to understand.
You gotta for me it is because I don't feel like I need to. I don't feel like I need to add anything. Like if I just started hooking up with you, the energy is so hot. Like I'm just turned on just by sleeping with you. But once you're getting into a longer term relationship where you keep doing the same moves and everything, it's like, okay, now let's bring something.
Well, yeah,
else
but that's
in.
what most people
That's
do.
when I think to bring the kinks in makes sense.
I feel like 90% of kinks aren't brought in on like a one night stand.
I was asked a month in to do knife play.
Yeah, but that's not a one night stand. I feel like a month in, you could
bring a knife into the bedroom?
A knife is crazy,
What are
but
you
you can start
talking
bringing
about?
in some kinks after a month. You know what I mean?
What's your kink?
I don't really know if I have like a main kink. I like rope. I love rope. I like handcuffs a lot. Turns out the metal ones hurt, so I bought fluffy ones. What else do I like? I like a lot. Is found out.
That's not a kink.
I really like
Like sucking on it?
just everything.
What are you talking about?
Like I would probably choose anal over vaginal sex. Well, I like it because like if I like get their legs all the way up and I stick it in their and then you could like see their whole vagina. It's fucking amazing. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's just beautiful. It's a beautiful thing.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, I'm with that.
And butt plugs are great. They make
I've
everything
never-
so tight. Oh
I've
my
never
god.
done butt plugs.
Oh my god. The tightest that you'll ever in your life is when you put a butt plug in.
We're
Swear to
gonna
God.
have to bleep so much of this.
Probably.
Yeah, I'll
Swear
try.
to God. It is.
You know what we're gonna
It
do?
instantly, let's say it's like this, it instantly goes to this.
Chat.
It's crazy.
This is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna test this out. I've never used a butt plug in my life.
You have to.
Come to the next podcast. I'm gonna review butt plug sex. So I'm gonna go after this. I'm gonna go with butt plug sex.
Yeah, do it.
I'm genuinely
It's
serious.
great. It's amazing.
And then in the next podcast, I'm gonna let you know how good it is and that if you should be doing it or not. Because I'm not a kink
You
guy.
should all be doing it.
I'm not a kink guy.
But that's not really a kink. It just tightens everything up.
I've heard things. You know who's crazy into kinks? You know who's like sick in the head?
Our brother.
Our brother.
He's
Quinn.
on another level.
He might not even be watching this, dude. He's so insane. He's left his sex drawer open. I'm like, what,
It scares me. It scares me.
bro? He has
No,
permanent
it
ropes.
scares me. He leaves it open. I go down there to go like take his car keys. I'm just looking at this crazy shit.
He
I'm just
has
like,
he has a fake vagina contraction that you turn on.
to be fair, I don't think he bought
And he
that though.
you need to try it. I'm like, yours? Yours? I need to. I was like, what the are you talking about? So my twin Joe is.
Yeah, he has a full
sick in the
drawer.
head.
How about the other day? Mom told me to go get his keys, and she said it was in his like pants drawer or something.
Yes.
Open the drawer. I'm talking full gallon jug. Pete, look at me. Yay big of
Yes.
just lube. When do you ever need that much lube?
You know what's great though? Lube is great. I've been saying I need.
Lube is nice.
I've been telling-
people make fun of you when you say lube
I've
though.
been telling my assistant to order me lube, and she has yet to do it. Write that down.
Write that
Because I'm out of lube, and I do love lube. Lube is good.
Lube is
Bring
nice.
lube into the bedroom. There's never too much.
People make fun of lube though. You know why? Because they say it's your fault that you can't get them
Wait,
wet.
she's actually writing it down.
They say that it's your fault you can't get them wet enough that you need to use lube.
Oh.
Oh, you can't do that. Yeah, you can't do that. That'll burn. It'll burn.
Don't accidentally buy hot lube. Don't know why it's a thing.
And don't buy Fire and Ice condoms.
Fire and ice condoms is the same deal.
Do not
Same
buy
feeling.
Fire and Ice condoms.
Your penis is just numb.
Yeah.
You don't feel it. You end up not.
If you
feeling
wanna,
anything.
have the worst sex of your life
That
and
lasts way
not
too
come
long.
for 4 hours for no reason and your burns like you put icy hot all over it, buy Fire and Ice. It's literally icy hot on your. Yeah, imagine right before you're about to have intersexual whatever, and you just go with icy hot for like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
That's
So
what.
That's the thing.
That's
like,
what it is.
It's the way they promote the fire and ice condoms is like, oh, you last longer, and you might think like, great.
Yeah, but you feel nothing.
You also
And
don't
it,
feel
like,
anything.
it's
And
very uncomfortable.
They also don't feel anything. So I've been in a position where they're just like I don't. Do you feel anything? I don't feel anything. I'm like, no, I don't. And it's like, what's the point of lasting if you don't feel anything?
You got that far? I didn't even do it.
Yeah, don't get the fire and ice.
I literally put it on. It started like
But
doing it. It pulled it right off.
another topic I want to talk about that I think needs to be talked about in today's society is people who relationship hop. You need to understand how bad it is for you to relationship hop. I know multiple people, and the people that are in my life that are watching this that do it, listening. If you go from one relationship and don't go out and be heartbroken and devastated and like deal with those emotions, and you go and hop in to another relationship right after, there is no self-growth there, and then you're just going into another failing relationship instantly. I don't, and like for me, I'm the guy that I got out of this like long-term 7-year relationship, and I was so lonely. So I feel you guys. I understand why you want to do it, but I was able to recognize like this pain that I feel right now needs to be healed before I could go date somebody else. I knew that so strongly. But some people feel that pain and they're like, I want someone to heal this right now. And I'm telling you, you gotta break up with your girlfriend right now. And you know who I'm talking to.
I'm talking to you. You know who
watching
you
the
are.
podcast right now. Bro, no. What's your take on that? What do you think? Well, I'm getting fingers in the back from the team. They all do the same shit. What do you think about that? What do you think about people that really?
No, I agree. It's definitely unhealthy. It's definitely not good for your brain, for your mental state. You might even take some anger out on that new person. You never know. You know what I mean?
That's a good point. If
you're gonna be frustrated,
are in a new relationship and they're so toxic and they're like, and you don't know why they're mean to you. Obviously, there could be other underlying issues, but I think that's a good point that they might not have healed from the past relationship, and they're taking that extra stuff that they never healed out now on you in this relationship. And then you see some people that have gotten into such a cycle of it. I know people where I see them have a new girlfriend, they're in a new relationship like every 2 months. Which is
it's crazy. It's absurd.
Like, honestly,
it's absurd.
I don't even care if you're offended by this. If you are in a new relationship every 2 months, you need to check yourself. Like, for me, picking, like, a girlfriend is it's so serious to me. Like, because I genuinely date to marry. Like, I'm not going to just date someone because, like, oh, like, we're hooking up. Like, you're my girlfriend now. Like, I have to be talking to you for at least 3 months to even consider calling you my girlfriend.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean?
Some people literally hang out with this person for like a week and they're like, "Oh my god, this is my new boyfriend."
3 months is when someone's your color comes out.
And that's the
exactly.
Thing, really.
No. Usually it's 6 months. They say it's like the 6 month like burden or some
the 3 month
like
rule
that.
is so real. And if you don't
I
know,
thought it was 6.
It's 3 months is when it really.
6 is when you really see.
By 6, you know the person. But it takes 3 months for someone's true colors to start coming through. If someone seems like the nicest person ever, they're doing everything for you. Give it 3 months to start seeing their true colors come through. That's when you start seeing how they really are. I've seen people start relationships within the first month of meeting them. And it's like, dude, what are you doing?
Yeah.
That's not, like, you don't know this person.
I've seen people move in that little time.
I've been the fakest MRFer for months. I've been the sweetest guy for months. And then I'm just like.
And then I'm
So if you date me, give me 3 months. Because I will seem like the nicest. No. I'm a nice guy, I promise. But even I have my true colors. Like, I'm not a freaking saint. Do you think that hookup life would be more fun out here in LA for you? Like, the girls out here?
Or I don't know, because I haven't really gotten, like, stationed out here much. Mm-hmm. So, like, I haven't really had, like, a hookup situation out here yet, personally.
Well, based on the girls you see. Like, do you think New York girls are more vibe? LA girls, like...
LA girls kind of feel more closed off. Like New York, you can kind of walk into any crowd of people and just talk to them.
Yeah.
This is how I always explain it. When I go out in New York, you'll walk out of that bar or club, you'll walk out of there with 20, 30 new friends. Literally, me personally at least. So I'm very out there, I'm very going. In LA, I kind of...
It's clicky, right?
It's very like, you kind of stay with your group, you don't really veer off much. It's I don't know, but you've been here more. What, like, have you had any crazy experiences?
It depends. Like, I think you're right. I think a lot of the girls here are famous girls. Like,
yeah.
At a lot of these events and parties we go to, like, we don't go to regular parties. Like,
yeah, no,
we're out here to work. We go to these events where it's like not always famous girls, but like it's a higher
they're influencers.
Caliber influencer room.
Yeah.
So you can imagine a lot of these people in LA are also very full of themselves. So they think like they're the bee's knees, and like, who are you to talk to them? Not everyone's like that. I've met some super cool people. Like, to name one person who's like huge out here, Tana. Tana is like the sweetest girl ever. Contrary to popular opinion, she's so nice to everybody she meets. But then you'll meet somebody who's like getting their rankings up there with like 100,000 followers, and they're like, they think who they are, and they'll make it known. So LA's a funky one for that. But in terms of hookup, I do think it's hard for me out here, because for me it's a very emotional thing for me. Like hooking up for me is very emotional. I need to be so into you, like emotionally, before I could even think about sleeping with you, that like a lot of these girls here who are just kind of dry and dull, for me to start talking to them and like get into a situation where I am hooking up with them can be hard, especially especially the more famous ones.
Yeah. Have you had any like A-list celebrities? Who's the most famous person you've ever had sex with?
Oh, can I say that? We'll have to bleep it.
Okay, we'll believe it.
uh,
Oh yeah. How'd that happen? How'd you get in bed with her? That's crazy.
She so I actually became friends with her publicist. And she had a really big show come out on Netflix, and I went to the premiere and everything, and then I ended up back at her hotel room where I was meeting her throughout the night, like saying what's up cordially, and then when we did finally get back to the hotel room, she came on to me pretty hard.
Yeah?
She was like flirting with me heavy, and I was like, is this gonna happen? Like I feel like I have to do this.
Yeah,
Like
at that point you have to.
How do
You
I
can't-
not
can't
do
say no to
this?
that,
Like I'll remember it for the rest of my life. And you would think because she's a bit older now, like it wouldn't be great. Like no, she's still her.
Yeah.
Like insane. like imagine like her helicoptering, like while riding. Like bro, insane.
Well, you're just like
just imagine
spinning her on your.
Yeah, imagine just
Turned into a
That's the
ceiling
right
fan.
thing. Yeah, no, amazing. I would do it again.
Yeah.
But I don't think she's the type to like. I think she's the type like that's probably the only person that's ever. No, she's probably the second person ever to like hit it and quit it.
Yeah.
In terms of make me feel like a dirty hole. No, I'm kidding.
Dirty whore.
but yeah, that's definitely it. That was the craziest one ever.
That's pretty crazy.
Who's
Yeah,
who's your dream? Like your dream. Like your
I don't know, 'cause
celebrity crush.
It switches. Right now, I feel like I don't really have one. My first one was Demi Lovato when I was really young.
Yeah.
I loved her. Then I went to Ariana Grande. Who did I go to after that? Oh, who's the girl that plays Meg from Family Guy?
Oh,
Vanessa.
not Vanessa Hudgens. You're gonna say Vanessa.
I was gonna say
That
Vanessa
does
Hudgens.
look
Is it
like,
not her?
Mila Kunis.
Yes.
Mila Kunis is a good
I
one.
was obsessed with the Mila Kunis for the longest time.
Yeah. I feel like that's
For the
I
longest
feel like
time.
every guy starts with Megan Fox and then like makes their way over to like.
I never had a
Mila
Megan Fox
Kunis.
thing.
Neither did I. I mean,
never did.
Transformers when you're younger, of course.
See, I never watched Transformers.
That's why.
Yeah, I
Like
never
when you're
did.
like 10 and you're watching Transformers. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. When you're 10, you're
Yeah, I
watching
never watched that.
Transformers. It's like, she's just so hot in that. But as I got older, I was not like crazy about her. Like
Yeah, I was
obviously
never
she's
crazy about her.
gorgeous, but like yeah, I more like the cute girl vibes, like Mila Kunis. Like I feel
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
That's definitely
mad cute.
That's definitely the way to go. I like what's
Do
her
you have
name?
one? What's your
Yeah,
dream?
What's her name? I can't think of her name. She was in the Robin Thicke music video.
I don't.
If you guys know
I don't
what I'm
watch
talking
music
about. Emily Ratajkowski. She's
Yeah.
yeah.
I feel like she's not your type.
Oh, I mean, generally speaking, no. Like she's like obviously like tall, thin. Like
I would have
model,
expected like
that's-
someone else. I don't know who I would have expected.
I don't know. I've always been like a not, because I don't like fetishize celebrities like most people do. Like, because I've never wanted to date a celebrity and even like thought of like, oh, that would be cool. Like I always like the girl next door vibes. Like I like the chill, cute, like to herself girl that's gonna be like fucking cool and loyal to me. And so like I've never really like thought about like, oh, like I'd want to be the celebrity. Like I find, you know, like I'm into like cute girls. Like, that's my type. So that's why it's hard for me to say like my celebrity crush. But that's why like you're a great one, like Mila Kunis. Like she seems like
She's amazing.
she seems like a great type. She does. But moving on. Oh, this is a question I wanted to ask you. For a lot of you people out there that have middle child syndrome, Gianni is also a middle child.
It's so real.
So I'm curious.
You're just
what
like
is that experience like?
You're almost forgotten about. I feel like you kind of just like look around. Like the youngest child, they're now the new dream, so they're the one getting everything. You watched your older siblings already get everything, and then you're kind of just there almost, and you're kind of just like forgotten.
It's
about.
so weird because from my perspective, like I almost feel like oldest child syndrome is a real thing. Because
That's fake.
Because like once the new baby's born, like the older child feels like, oh, this baby has to be taken care of now. Like I feel like almost that's like, no, because I don't know, I don't know, like
It's middle child syndrome is so bad to the point that mom admits that middle child syndrome is a thing.
yeah,
Bro, she says it at the family board. She's like, yeah, you know, Gianni, he kind of got being a middle child. I was like, yeah, what the you're gonna admit it?
no, it's true. But then like honestly, but also it's so true because youngest child syndrome is also the biggest thing.
They get everything. What are you talking about?
No, exactly. Like, but
That's
like
not a
in
syndrome.
good way.
Oh, that's a terrible syndrome to have.
Youngest child
I got everything.
appreciation.
Oh,
Yeah, like our little sister just gets the most attention.
But to be fair, mom did always want like a daughter. That was like
Yeah.
her main thing.
Yeah.
If you guys came out a girl, that was it.
Yeah.
That was it.
My mom really wanted like
I wouldn't
a
be here.
daughter. And she just kept shooting boys out. And then finally, by like the fifth one, finally by like the fifth baby, sixth? Am I crazy? Sixth child, she had a girl. Oh, well, no. These are our older sisters.
Yeah.
But
She wanted one more.
she wanted her little baby girl.
She wanted one
And
more
she got
girl,
her,
and it
and
never
now
happened.
we're forgotten.
Until her. Now we're forgotten.
We're the forgotten
Once the
siblings.
girl came out, that was it.
Yeah, and she's especially at that age now.
Not
she's
you.
like
You can't
putting
say you're mama's boy.
I am a mama's
You're
boy.
mama's boy to the
I know.
limit. We're both hanging off a cliff. I'm dropping. You're
do
getting
you-
grabbed.
I want to ask you a question. Do you think it's like a red flag to be a mama's boy?
Most girls do. I don't know why. I feel
Because
like that's a good.
I'll tell you
But I
why.
feel like that's a good thing.
No.
One thing to have a very close relationship with your family in general, which being a mama's boy, biggest.
Well, no, but here's why. I'll tell you why, because I've had a girl explain it to me. It's a bad thing for them when they feel like the mom interferes with their relationship. That's why they don't like it.
Well, yeah.
When the mom starts like putting her 2 cents in too much, and then the son sides with the mom over the girlfriend, that's what they're talking about. But I don't think it's a bad thing to be a mama's boy if your mom doesn't butt into your relationship.
If she stays out of it, yeah.
If she stays out of it.
A mother and a son is something that nobody can.
Yeah, it's untouchable.
Yeah, I don't know. I think a guy's relationship with his mom being so close also, it kind of like can affect who he is as a person. I think if you have a really good relationship with your mom, like
Well, you have the closest with mom, so you would know the best.
I don't know. I don't want to say like you're a piece of shit. You don't have a good relationship with your mom. Like I'm not trying to say that, but like
I disagree. I feel like when you're too close with a mama's boy, it makes you weak. I do. You are.
I love my mom. You're a bitch. What?
you think being a mama's boy makes you feminine?
I think you're too feminized.
Are you talking?
What's wrong?
Wait. Are you talking to me now specifically?
Now she's
Are you
calling
s-
shots.
Wait,
Yeah, now
'cause
she's
you're
calling
calling shots. Are
She's
you
calling
saying that
shots.
I'm feminized for being a mama's boy? You think I'm too feminine because I'm a mama's boy? But how does that make me feminine?
But that's not true.
Wait,
Feminine, but more like you're sensitive like women are.
I am sensitive, but you think
I
that's?
wouldn't take
But do you think that? No, because I am a sensitive guy. I'm fine with her saying that. Like I know I'm a sensitive guy, but I don't think that.
Yeah, but she's saying it in a negative
My
way.
thing is that I don't care. My thing is because I am a sensitive guy, but my thing is that you're correlating that with me being a mama's boy. How do you know the two aren't just true? That I happen to be sensitive and I happen to be a mama's boy.
Yeah, because I'm not a mama's boy, and I'm pretty sensitive as well.
But I don't know. Maybe you're right. Maybe being sensitive does correlate with me being a mama's boy. I don't know. I think the reason I'm a mama's boy, I find a lot of security, like because she raised me. Like my earliest memories is my mom holding me. You know what I mean? So then even as a man, I still find so much security in like talking to my mom and validation. So there's this soccer player that was worth like $100 million, like some crazy amount, and his wife was worth like $5 million, also worth a lot of money. But it was thought she came after him for his money. He had left all his money in his mom's name.
That's crazy.
So he was worth nothing. He was worth pennies because you can't come after the mom's money. He gave
you
it to the
can't.
mom.
Yeah, it's the
That's her
mom's
money
money,
now.
yeah.
So she
That's
ended up being
crazy.
worth more than him. She owed him $2 million. She owed him $2 million.
That's
But now the comments were
crazy.
saying the comments were like all on the guy's side. They were like, finally, like yeah, she got what she deserved. Like I don't agree with that. I think
what's the backstory of it?
Well, the backstory, she came after him for his money in the divorce settlement, and it.
Yeah, but why'd they break up? I'm saying.
I don't know.
Who
You
did
got to
what?
look into it. Either way.
If
So
she cheated,
well, that's a
for
different.
him.
If she cheated,
Good for him.
But like, that's where I kind of like finding middle ground. If I'm the guy and I'm worth $100 million and my ex is worth $5 million, I'm gonna say I'm gonna prove a point by like being like I could have taken that $2 million, but keep it and we go. But that's just the type
but
of
he
guy.
might
I
not
am.
have taken it.
No, he took it. He took it. He took $2 million.
No,
from
he
her
took it.
because that half her money, and she was
Yeah,
worth
that's
more than him.
crazy.
And that's how the laws are out there.
That's
but
crazy.
insanity. There's a document you could sign that like it's a prenup, which means your money is your money. It never goes. Even if you get divorced, it's your own money, unless if you cheat. And there was a story we heard recently of a guy that
Yeah.
signed this with 2 women
Oh God.
and lost all this money. The first, you would think
Kept doing it.
because the girl goes, well, if you cheat, then I get all your money.
Yeah, he just kept doing
or,
it.
no, the girl said if if you don't sign this, you're admitting that you might cheat. So then
Yeah.
he's like, okay, but like for me, it's like no, because money should never have a play. Like I'll be like, I don't care. Like even if you trick me into like somehow like cheating, like anything, just there's no piece of paperwork that could stipulate me giving you half of my money, even if I cheat. That's what I'm saying. But
Yeah.
some guys are so like, I don't know, like okay, all right, but especially that he's the type of guy that would cheat.
Yeah,
But he still signed it.
He kept doing it.
So
he kept doing it.
This guy, he signed the contract. How about doesn't even secretly cheat, moves out with the new girlfriend, knowing he signs his paperwork.
Yeah.
And then signs the same paperwork with that new girlfriend, and then cheats on her and lost everything. People just boggle my mind. That's insanity.
I feel like at that point though, you have a problem.
You know the percentage of marriages that fail now?
It's high. It's like 80% or 70.
I mean, no, I think it's like closer to 50, 60, but that's still way too high.
No. It's
Really?
like 70 now. Yeah, it's
That's
high.
insane.
Yeah, it's high.
It's like Bill Burr has a great skit about it where he's like, would you jump out of a plane knowing that your parachute is 50-50 that it's going to fail? So why the hell are you going to go get married? No, like you're going to lose half your shit. Like what? Because everyone, no, I'm in love. Like I think that a big reason for that happening more often today is social media and hookup culture.
100%.
Because
100%.
back in the day, like at the end of the day, you came home to your wife, you came home to your husband, and that you guys had
That
each
was
other. That was
everything,
it. But now you go home and you go on your phone and you're like, all these options, all these women on social
Yeah.
media, and all these guys on social media, and like you're too connected to all these people that you're always seeing these options where it's like, nope, at the end of the day, I come home, my husband and wife, we have each other, that's it.
Yeah, 100%.
And that's it. For guys, post-nut clarity is a real
100% a thing.
100% post-nut clarity is a real thing.
100%.
And it's like, you might think, why? So a huge question girls ask is like, why is this guy acting so into me? And the moment we sleep together, he's not. Like he drops me, he's not answering me anymore. And the reason is he doesn't do that on purpose all the time. Because like, oh, all guys want is sex. It's like, yeah. And that's why it is a good thing to make guys wait, because before a guy sleeps with you, he has so many hormones and emotions going on in his brain where he's like, I want to love this girl. Oh my God. Like he might even say he loves you. He might say that he wants to meet your family. Like he might say the craziest because deep down, his testosterone, his hormones are making him like do and say anything to have sex with you. And that sounds horrible because it is it is horrible, but that's why it is so important to make sure you make that guy wait, because then he will slowly start to actually get to know you and get to love you and form this emotional connection so that when he does sleep with you, he doesn't go, oh, because the moment we come, it's like if we aren't into you, we know. We might not have known before we had sex with you, which is the
100%.
craziest thing ever. And I might get a lot of heat for this, but it's the truth. For whatever reason, it's how guys work.
You know who said it best?
I'll come and I'll be like, where am I?
Wait.
Oh my God, what have I just done?
Wait, you know who said
Literally.
it best? The guy on, was it on Joe Rogan, I think? The guy was like,
no, Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan said, he goes, before you, when you're with the girl, you're at the back of the bus. Everything's foggy. You're about to get to the light. You finally get back to the house. The light's getting brighter in the front of the bus. You're getting there. The bus is getting there. You finally come. The light clears. Now you're in a swamp. You know where the you are.
Yeah, no.
And it's like, that's how it is, though. Everything's all holly jolly. You're trying to get there. You get there, and you're just like,
yeah. My crazy
happened?
thing is for girls, it seems to not affect them. It's because I feel like girls, once they decide to sleep with you, after they finish, it doesn't change anything. Like nothing.
No, it doesn't.
Nothing's changed
But I
because
feel like that's got to do with
they've already
testosterone.
decided. No, I don't know what it is. But it's so different. Whereas like, I'll finish. Like yeah, girls have that energy before them where once they make that decision, I'm gonna sleep with this guy. They've made the decision. They've made the connection with him. A guy will realize after he sleeps with someone if he was actually into them or not. Like if I come and the girl's still like kissing me after and stuff because they're still in that same energy and I'm not, I'm like I kind of feel like I have to fake it because now it's like I don't want to do this anymore because I'm done. Like I'm just like I don't have any sexual energy left anymore. But the way that I feel, the way that I know I'm super into you is that if I come and I actually want to cuddle you after and feel all cute with you after I'm done, that's how I know I like you. If I come and I'm like, oh, she's still trying to kiss on me, like, oh yeah, like that's how I know I don't.
yeah,
like you.
100%.
But I don't even let it get to that point because that's why I won't hook up super fast because I don't want to have that post-nut clarity of like, damn, I don't like this person. Because you should build a connection, build something strong with somebody so that when you do realize you want to have sex with them, it's because you're so freaking into them. That's what I think personally.
Frick yeah, dude.
Frick yeah?
Frick yeah.
I don't think you agree. I think you're lying.
No. I've heard your calls, obviously, because I'm always around you. And I hear the people from the show calling you PDG. Oh, no, BDG.
BDP.
BDP, yeah. What's that? What does that stand for?
Yeah, they used to, so my name on Too Hot to Handle was Big Pete, and they never put it in.
That's what it was.
They never put it in, and I was so hyped. I was like, damn, he's gonna give me sick street cred. like everyone's calling me Big DP all the time.
How did it start?
How about Netflix cut out every time someone called me it?
I mean,
I was so
Netflix,
upset.
though,
They don't. It was just BDP. Everyone called, like, still if people see me from the show, like, yo, what's up, BDP? Like, production,
they say it all the
production was
time.
calling me it. Production was calling me BDP. But the reason the joke started, I think, was because I think I was coming out of the shower with, like, a half chub one day because I wasn't allowed to come for months. And I think Larissa saw my and was like, Big Pete, oh my God. And went back and told everyone that I had a big and then everyone was just like, BDP. And he's like, yeah, he's got that big energy. And everyone just called me BDP
That's
from that
hilarious.
day on. And Larissa started it. Thank you, Larissa. But
Good job,
never
Larissa.
made it on the way to the show. Now I have to tell everybody, which is kind of worse.
Yeah, because now you're like, I promise it's big.
I
They all
promise.
called me it.
They were calling me it every day.
Every day they said, I had a big
And they did.
You better believe it.
And they did. But I don't know. I think you know what actually I really want to get into is, oh my gosh, is soft shaming. It's such a big thing.
Wait, what do you mean get on that?
Because, like, I think it needs to be
Wait,
known. I think it needs to be known that a guy can go from literally 2 inches to 8 inches.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Like, people don't know that. Like, and because of that, a guy, here's how you know a guy likes you is if he lets you see his soft wiener.
100%.
He knows you're going to be there for a while because he knows you're going to see it grow and you're not going to judge him. But, like, when most guys start sleeping with a girl, they got to get that thing going before you see
Before
it.
you
Like,
look at
notice
anything.
it. Notice if the guy you're with lets you see it soft. 9 times out of 10, it's only in longer term relationships because you know what it looks like. You know how it gets going. You know it's going to be big. But, like, I've seen people, like, judging a guy, like a guy that's worn, like, you see through his pants, you're like, oh, it's tiny. And I'm like, you don't know what that
monster's
guys are
gonna turn
growers.
into. Yeah.
Like, most guys go from, even if it's like an average size, which is like, what, 5.5 is average? That's what I hear.
It's like a little over 5.5.
Like 5.5 is average. Bro, a guy can go from this to 5.5. Like, you cannot.
Yeah, 100%.
I don't know what 5. But you cannot you cannot.
5.5.
My whole thing is, like, I want to start getting into a culture of not I want to be able to walk on a nude beach and be like, there's 4 inches for you. Like, don't judge me. It's going to grow, I promise. Like, that's the culture I want to get into.
But what do you mean get into?
Because, like,
what do you mean by that?
I feel like guys are so judged on their soft wieners. And I feel like I got to keep a chub going to make sure people are happy.
Well, you're just going to...
Yeah. Walk around with a Viagra every day so that people know what's going to
You're
turn
not
into.
getting no half chub on a Viagra. You're going to be poking your
I'm
chin
joking.
with that.
I do think it needs to be more specified. And the reason it's not also is because guys won't admit their soft size.
No, 100%.
Most guys are growers. But wait. No.
No.
So here's the
There's
thing.
people that their stays the same, but it
wait.
just gets thicker.
Here's the thing about guys that
Quite
aren't
literally.
growers, though. This is the trick about guys that aren't growers. You might see a guy who's soft and is like 5 inches and be like, damn, look at this guy's thing. But it'll grow and it'll stay 5 inches hard.
Yeah. It
So
just
it
gets hard.
actually is worse than a guy who's 3 inches soft and then
Yeah.
turns into like 7 inches hard. No.
No,
I knew a guy, don't ask me how I know this, but he told me he wasn't a grower. And I was like, wait, that's a thing? Because most guys are growers. And he was like, yeah, I'm like 5 inches soft and then it just 5 inches hard. I'm like, that's crazy. I wouldn't even want that. I'd rather my thing be like,
I'd rather there be like, look at that little thing. Whoa!
I saw, the Hodge twins said this, where it was like, it was a guy calling and asking, like, I don't want my girl to see me soft. And he's like, let that thing grow in their mouth. Let them find out.
Let
them find out.
That is the greatest feeling in the... Have you ever had that?
With a little, oh! Oh!
Look at you, little gut.
Oh! Hello. Yeah. So I'm gonna start doing.
Wait, have you ever had that? Have you ever done
Because then here's the thing. You know what's also a real thing is guys getting nervous and not being able to get hard for you. Where like a girl might think like, oh my god, this is super like messed up. He's not into me, but it actually means we're more into you because you're so hot and we're so into you that we're nervous.
Your adrenaline's going so hard
and
that
like I have to perform for you, and like now I can't get it up.
Yeah.
Like that, like whiskey because I'm so into you is a real thing. Most guys get more whiskey with girls that are hotter. So if he gets whiskey with you, don't be offended. It's actually a compliment. I'm like, I'm so sorry, I'm gonna get it up, I promise, because I love you. But whereas like if it's a girl you're not that into, it's like, let's get this thing going, baby. And like you just go because you're not thinking about it.
You don't give a
It's a super mental thing.
No, it is
Super
very
duper
mental.
mental thing.
It's very, how long you last is very mental. Very mental.
Yeah.
And you know, a lot of girls, not I'm lying.
Yeah.
I'm lying. Some girls find it like good that their guy like can't last long. So they're like, oh my God, they're that into me.
Yeah.
Found out recently. You know, there's like a time amount that a girl should like have sex, and you shouldn't exceed that.
Yeah.
Why?
And it's 8 minutes because it's not good for their like the friction.
Wait.
That's why you just that's why you go in Joe's room, you get his gallon jug of lube and just start dumping it while you're
Her pH level, perfect for like her overall like woman health.
I feel like 8 minutes, you didn't have enough fun. 8 minutes, I didn't even tie you down yet. 8 minutes, you're not in a f***ing star on my bed yet. That's not enough time. Yeah, what if I do like 7 minutes and then another 7 minutes?
One of the final topics I want to ask you is, do you have any regrets in life?
I'd say a few. Yeah, like I probably wouldn't have ended it with my last girlfriend. Well, she ended it, but I would probably have tried to stop it better
I don't
if
know.
I had the chance.
I think she was toxic for you, dude.
Yeah, but that's what makes it fun, you know.
I think I could help you get her back.
I don't think so.
What if
last time you tried?
Dude,
she
wait. What
cheated.
if
It did not go well.
What if the best way we end this podcast is you calling her and I coach you on getting her back?
I don't know. Last time you
Just
helped
do
me,
it.
it didn't
Honestly,
go well.
honestly, even if it doesn't go well, like that's sick for the pod. Like if you,
I'm gonna cry after this if it doesn't go well.
okay, call her, and I'll coach you. I promise it'll go well. Do you think she'll answer?
I don't know. I have no service in here, so I have to like FaceTime audio her. That's like really.
All
weird.
right, good, do it.
Yeah, but that's like weird.
I just start off, just be like,
How am I starting this?
do
call?
we go like, do we start off by you being like, hey, like I miss you, like how are you?
The I miss you's crazy. I feel like that's just gonna drive her away.
So all right, I'll let you start it.
No, you said I bet I could do it. So what am I gonna say? You can't. I bet I could help you and then not help me. You can't do that.
Honestly,
It's up.
honestly, say I miss you. I want to see how she reacts. Yeah, I want to see how she reacts. All right, do it. Call her.
Do I have to put it on speaker?
Yes. You have to hear it.
I fucking hate you. Hello.
Hello?
Hey, I was just seeing how you've been. I miss you a lot.
What could you possibly want?
I was just seeing how you've been. You know, we haven't talked in a while, and the last time we spoke, it wasn't really too well. I miss you so much. You know, I figured maybe we'll do something.
Your name popping up on my phone just ruined my day.
I'm sorry. I kind of.
This is why I cheated on you. Goodbye.
I'm so sorry.
No, you me up, man.
I'm so sorry.
That was fucked me up.
Let's. You know what though?
Now you
Like
can't
good
laugh at me
riddance.
with that.
That's closure. Is that not closure? Is that closure?
How is that closure?
I mean, this is why I cheated on you. It's pretty crazy. I would say that's closure.
I would not say that's closure.
I would say it's closure. I think I did you a favor. That's crazy. You should
I
move
think
on.
you.
Are you still gonna try to get her back?
Probably.
All right. I think that was a good way to end it. I don't think Gianni's emotionally well to continue the podcast.
Yeah, we're going to the gym after this.
Yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed another PG podcast, a not so PG podcast. I want you to comment down below topics, and we will include them to be featured on the next one. So get at it. Tell us what you want to hear, what you want to see, who you want me to have on next, another possible co-host. Let me know. Someone that's possibly in LA is probably where I'm going to be filming most of these. So I'll see you there. If you enjoyed, like, comment, subscribe, share it with a friend. Make sure you listen to this freaking in the car, something nice that you're going to enjoy it for a long while. It should be like an hour long. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you had fun with us, and I hope you got to know us a little bit better. This was a little bit of a dirty one, Maybe next time won't be so much so.
Started off pretty crazy.
If Gianni's here, it probably will be. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye. Mwah.